Today we got two incredibly powerful villains going head to head. Darkseid versus Onslaught. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Worshipped as the god of evil, Darkseid is one of the most powerful beings in existence, and the supreme monarch of planet Apocalypse. Considered as one of the Justice League's worst adversaries, the greatest enemy of New Genesis, and one of the greatest threats of the DC multiverse, he seeks to bend everything and everyone to his will, and remake the cosmos in his image, all while searching for the anti-life equation. Darkseid is one of the most physically powerful beings in the entire universe, and has consistently been able to overpower the entire Justice League all by himself, including the heavy hitters like Superman and Wonder Woman, destroy a Green Lantern ring with his bare hands, and fought against the Anti-Monitor in one-on-one combat. Although he's not as fast as true speeds like Superman or Flash, he has been able to catch them by surprise and keep up with them in a fight. Darkseid is insanely durable, so much so that Lobo actually just injured himself by punching him. He's taken blasts from Anti-Monitor, planetary explosions, as well as attacks from Alan Scott when he was the multiversal embodiment of the Green, and other elemental representations. And if he is injured, Darkseid is an incredible healing factor and can heal from any wound instantly. Then he's also fueled by the Omega effect, which you can use in a plethora of ways. His most destructive attack are his Omega beams, which he fires from his eyes and can control its path instantly. These attacks allow for teleportation, transmutation, instant disintegration, or even complete erasion. It's been said that nothing is able to survive the full Omega effect. It's even been able to nearly kill the Anti-Monitor before. Darkseid is also an insanely powerful telepath, can control minds, has the ability to telekinesis, and he can fly. He's able to manipulate matter, manipulate energy, unleash energy-enhanced strikes, and create powerful energy force fields. He can travel through dimensions, resurrect the dead, manipulate souls, alter its size, teleport, and project himself onto the astral plane. And then in the corner of Onslaught. Onslaught was born from the minds of Professor X and Magneto, and is a nigh-omnipotent villain, and can absorb powers from various other characters. Onslaught is mostly remembered for his part in the deaths of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Hulk, and Doctor Doom that led to the Heroes Reborn reboot. Onslaught has a tremendous amount of strength, and he's claimed that he's able to increase his strength at will, and even tear stars apart. And while Onslaught has never done something like rip open a star, he has managed to hold down and beat up an enraged Hulk, throw a charging Juggernaut across the United States, and he's even forcibly ripped the Crimson Djinn of Sidorak out of Juggernaut's body with essentially no effort. His durability is equally impressive, as he's unhurt by an enraged Hulk, and taking combined attacks from both the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Onslaught's armor can be cracked by immense strength, but actually Onslaught has to choose to let his armor be broken. You see, Onslaught is unable to break free of his armor on his own, and so he needs help to break out and assume his final form. However, Onslaught's main power comes from the fact that he's a combined version of Professor X and Magneto. He used his telepathy to easily overpower Jean Grey, possess Thor, which is something that Emma Frost with the Phoenix Force couldn't do. He can drag anyone in the astral plane at will, can possess large groups of people and put them to sleep, and even use people's minds for his teleportation. He's also got strong telekinetic powers, being able to destroy skyscrapers, cause tidal waves, and kill several superhumans with his blast. He's also got Magneto's powers as well, being able to create constructs out of the earth, unleash gigantic EMP pulses, and skewer heroes of metal spikes. However, none of this is Onslaught's greatest power. You see, he captured and contained Franklin Richards inside of himself, and gained access to all of his vast reality warping powers. He's very skilled at creating holes in reality, separated the Hulk and Bruce Banner into two separate entities, can pull memories into reality in order to serve him, trapped Juggernaut inside of his crystal, and even killed all of the X-Men with a reality warping blast. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, strength-wise, these two are very similar. I mean, Darkseid has overpowered Superman, and even the entire Justice League, while Onslaught has trashed Hulk and Juggernaut. They're pretty much the same with strength, but that doesn't mean that they can unleash the same amount of damage. Darkseid has been hurt by attacks on Superman, but Onslaught can actually will himself to be as durable as he wants to be. And while his armor can be cracked, that actually works out to Onslaught's benefit, because when his armor is cracked, his ultimate form can be unleashed. Onslaught also becomes a being of pure energy and intangible, and you can't physically punch a being that's intangible and is made out of pure energy. Basically, all this is to say, it's not going to be a physical fight. Now, the keys to this fight are going to be the other powers, like Darkseid's Omega effect, and Onslaught's telepathy, and mental manipulation, and things like that. Let's actually start off by taking a look at Onslaught's telepathy. Can he telepathically take down the Lord of Apocalypse? Because if so, then this fight is over before it even begins. Now, Onslaught is a very powerful telepath, as he has the powers of Professor X, who was able to overpower Jean Grey and even mind-controlled Thor. However, that doesn't mean that he can overpower Darkseid. In fact, Onslaught can't. Darkseid is an incredibly powerful telepath on his own, and is essentially immune to all telepathic attacks. Now, I'm not a big fan of using crossovers in a versus debate, because they're generally not considered canon. This one seems applicable. In the X-Men and Teen Titans crossover, Darkseid was able to easily reach into Professor X's mind and grab all the information that he needed. And Onslaught's telepathy is based on Professor X. Now, I'm not saying that because of this crossover, Darkseid can overpower Onslaught. I'm just saying that this is an example to show how powerful of a telepath Darkseid actually is. In fact, Martian Manhunter, one of the most powerful telepaths in the DC universe, has never been able to affect Darkseid of his telepathy, and he's even stopped trying altogether. Onslaught's telepathy isn't the answer to winning this fight. Neither is his telekinesis. Because while Onslaught's telekinesis might be able to destroy skyscrapers or take down several superheroes, Darkseid is just on a whole other level in terms of durability. He's taken it from the Anti-Monitor and Alan Scott as the multiversal embodiment of the Green. He easily holds with a megaton touch, which is supposed to be the equivalent of a megaton bomb, and even casually survives the Master Blaster, which supposedly no life form could survive. Onslaught's telekinesis can't match up to these attacks, or plenty of other attacks that Darkseid has survived throughout the years. But we gotta flip over and actually take a look and see if Darkseid could injure Onslaught. Or more specifically, can the Omega effect injure Onslaught? Well, throughout the years, the Omega beams have been able to knock out Superman, Flash, Mon-El, Cyborg Superman, and even injure Spectre and take down Alan Scott, who is the multiversal Green inside of him. So yeah, if Darkseid is focusing and going all out, his beams will definitely be able to injure Onslaught. So it looks like Darkseid can actually injure Onslaught, but Onslaught can't injure Darkseid. So Darkseid wins, right? Well, yeah, not exactly. Because there's one very important power that we haven't touched upon yet. Onslaught's reality manipulation. After absorbing the powers of Franklin Richards, Onslaught is able to casually alter reality at will. He's very skilled at creating holes in reality, created impenetrable structures, and even killed all the X-Men in one blast. Darkseid has never shown us reality manipulation on this level, and in fact, he's never really shown us reality manipulation at all. But I don't believe that the limited reality warping we saw from Onslaught will really be enough to put the Lord of Apocalypse fully down for the count. Because if we want to get technical with it, Darkseid has shown he's resistant to reality warping before. He's been protected from death by the Source Wall before. It can actually exist in a higher plane of existence known as the Fourth World. And yeah, Onslaught got his powers from Franklin Richards, and Franklin could create whole universes as a child, but I really want to just keep this to what reality warping we've seen from Onslaught himself. And he's definitely not on the same level as Franklin. I'm just not sure he's shown enough impressive things to prove he can remove Darkseid from existence. In fact, The handful of times where Darkseid has removed himself from existence, whether it's by his own hand or someone else's, the universe literally starts falling apart. At the end of the day, if these two are fighting at the height of their powers, well then Darkseid has shown a more impressive level of power than Onslaught has reached yet. Yes, Utah the Watcher is impressed with Onslaught, but Darkseid gets cosmic entities to actually bow down to him, and has conquered pantheons of gods and Skyfather beings. Darkseid is more powerful, and he's coming out on top. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button, more videos just as one every single weekday, and I will see you all next time.